We here at the Game and Saloon Rift Tracks always support any and all that are involved in the creation and distribution of any show we feature, and will encourage any of those watching to support the official release. Thank you and enjoy the show.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you live from the outskirts of the internet, this is the Gaming Saloon Rift Tracks for September 20th, 2014, with your host, Peacemaker2448.
Rampant Epsilon.
And Tommy Gun 2442.
Who is
I'm
in
definitely gonna go get that chocolate eclair. I'll be back. Oh god, this burns.
Somebody has acid reflux. I had that.
I don't think I really have. I don't think I ever have either.
I've been, I won't say constipated, but I haven't been that. So yes, we get to talk about the pre-finale episode of Gaim this week.
Yes.
Because, like, next week's episode is not a Drive crossover. It is the finale of Gaim. Literally.
My question is, are we going to get a cameo?
I don't know. I've seen a shot that apparently Michi is working with Kota.
Sometimes I swear I hate living here.
Huh.
Yeah. That made me cock my head. I'm like,
I'm back.
Because Huh?
Yeah.
Wait, what? What did I miss?
That does have me confused.
What did we
Things
miss?
about next week's episode of Gaim that you don't want to know about.
Oh, okay.
Not at the moment. Since
So
you
do
haven't
I
watched...
need to?
No.
No.
Are we not gonna give spoilers?
We're
as
not
to what
talking
happened
about
tonight?
that episode.
Okay.
We were talking about that while you were away.
Okay.
But yeah, huh.
Essentially, all you need to know, Glock, is next week's episode is not a Drive crossover. It is the finale of Gaim.
Okay.
Even though I feel like this week's episode was a good enough finale for Gaim.
Yeah. Especially with that ending.
I'm sorry, that ending would have worked all the way around for Gaim. It's not like it would have broke something and made it so that Toei could not use Gaim in anything else. It worked for everything.
Yeah. All you need to do is have that lead into the next movie war.
Yeah.
Oh god, it burns.
Hey.
But
Yeah.
anyway.
We got that. We got 2 more episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh! We're going to be looking at.
Wait, I thought we were gonna have Gaim discussion.
I was getting to that.
Said that and then we got off on our side tangent.
Yes. Because I was going to say... We get to see Taya duel this week. I know this. It's like the most anticipated duel of the show.
Oh yeah.
Probably going to be the least shenanigan filled.
Are you sure about that?
No.
Probably not.
No. Tommy, I promise you. No.
Oh, you're not telling me nothing. You know, we've seen shenanigans all season so far out of this show. I got the brilliant idea. Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro has an Android app. I got the brilliant idea. I'm gonna get that. Yeah, there's bugs in the app. I had one battle that I swear to God there was TV show shenanigans being used. The card that's supposed to make your opponent not attack for the next 3 turns, yeah, that thing bugged out and was stuck there until I could get it off the field.
Well,
I literally had to sit there and do nothing.
well, I'm sure the opponent will love that.
Bad thing is, it was AI.
Well,
That's why.
I've made a anime-centric Tech Genius duel deck, which by that I just mean I've got all the Tech Genius cards in the deck now.
So, what is the difference between the anime cards and the normal cards? The shenanigans in the show are now put into place in the cards?
You mean for Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro?
Uh-huh.
Anime usually denotes a card that does not exist in physical form. It's a card that only exists in the anime.
It also can be utilized for different colors of the cards.
Yeah.
Because I noticed there's some of them that one's marked anime and one's marked for one of the others, and then they're both the exact same card, have the exact same description, just colored different.
Yeah, I think Livestream Dragon from 5Ds has two versions, regular version and anime version, because of its different effects. But yeah, that's what it usually denotes. That's why I have an anime Tech Genius deck, because I wanted all the cards for a Tech Genius deck, and like 3 of them aren't made physically. Which sucks, because you really need another 1-star or another level 1 Tech Genius card that's not a tuner to make Delta Axel easier.
Yeah, but God. You know what's bad?
Oh, what? God.
Not too many people, I noticed on the multiplayer server, use anime.
Yeah, it's kind of more of just a goof-off kind of thing.
No.
Is really what it is.
Oh, God. Tommy, remember our experimental deck? It gave me the perfect hand, and I raped a guy with it. He couldn't keep a single card on the field. I literally, my first hand, I did nothing because the one card I had in my hand, plus the other card I had in my hand, would have perfected it. I had Tragedia and Mound of the Bound. The guy put damage on me, I immediately put Tragedia on. And then I proceeded, after he ended his turn, to put Mound of the Bound on, destroy his card, and have a good, let's see, 5 plus the extra. Yeah, I had about 5 cards in my hand. No. 6. 5. 5 cards in my hand. On Tragedia, you know how many points that is. None of his monsters could ever get the chance to do anything. So, I just sat there with the same card on the field because he just couldn't get rid of it. Because the Mound of the Bound makes sure that it can't be affected by card effects. And his deck was centered around card effects.
Well.
So he was screwed.
Alright.
And I raped him. So, yeah.
Before we get to Yu-Gi-Oh! This week, although we're already talking about it, just not the show, we've got an episode of Gaim to talk about. Episode
yes.
45. The final battle of the 2 destined people. This is Kota and Kaito's start of their final fight. At the end of the episode.
And by start, he means the majority of the final fight.
Yeah.
Oh, it is the majority?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Dang. I thought that the final fight would last for most of the episode.
You want to tell me how long it lasts into the next episode?
A minute and a half.
9 minutes.
Oh,
Final fight's over in the first 9 minutes of the show. From
of course,
then on,
it's also including the whole last time on Gaim part 2.
Yes. So it's probably 7 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Also including opening.
Wow.
Really into commercials.
But I mean, I would have hoped for the fight to be longer. Even if it's still 7 minutes. I would have hoped for the fight to be longer than that. When it's the final fight. It's the final battle.
Do you realize we had over 10 minutes of a fight scene this week?
I don't care. I wanted more, dang it. That was an amazing fight scene.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They pulled out every one of the stops, and I love the fact that they made references back to stuff that happened even at the very beginning of Gaim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What did I... Because I timed it for when I did up my R&R. What did I time it as? Yeah, a 3-minute long fight scene. From first tension to count the lock seeds, it was 3 minutes long. Almost exactly 3 minutes long.
Jeez.
So what do you want? That was all fighting.
I know, but
You just want too much.
I want more fighting. I love Gaim's fighting.
Which is odd because I've heard people bitch about Gaim's fighting.
Why? I love it.
Although fighting early on in the show, at least.
The fighting early on was kind of
I think that more stemmed because
not
the
reciprocal.
Thing. No, that one really did not go over as well as it could have. That kind of just the way they took it all as a joke at the beginning kind of just made it not turn out as appealing to some of them.
I don't know. It seemed normal to me. It's like
it seemed better for me.
Yeah.
Repetitive. It just seemed repetitive to me in the beginning.
Well, yeah, I don't have much to play with, to be fair.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest, it just seemed normal to me. Granted, I still don't understand why people hate the fucking the pineapple suit. Like, apparently that is the ugliest fucking thing in the world, and I'm like...
Really?
Apparently?
Wow.
I was listening to the HJU radio podcast that was talking about Gaim. I think before this episode. Well, up to before this episode. And I was like, why is there this hate on Pine? Someone fucking explain this, because I don't understand. I don't see it. It is not that bright ass of a yellow, so it's not that neon.
Yeah.
Unless the website's maybe blind to neon stuff. But I doubt that. Anyway, for the episode itself, Zack is pretty much setting up his play to try to kill off Kaito, so there's no final battle needed. Because, well, he's Team Baron, and when it comes to Team Baron things, we take care of it with each other.
Yeah. How well did that work out?
Not too good, I will say. But yeah, Zack pretty much gets Pierre to make him a bomb that he'll use to kill off Kaito. And Kyoto decides to let slip that, yeah, the Kiyomi lock seat's kind of turning into a monster, which kind of puts everyone off.
Yeah.
I'm like, Kyoto, of all the things to say, that is the last thing anyone needs to hear right now, considering what Kaito has done.
Mm-hmm.
People don't need to hear that you're turning into something similar. Zack tries to plant the bomb when he meets up with Kaito up on a rooftop. Yogo's there as well. That's important. Tries to blow it up. Minato notices because she has, like, spider sense, essentially. She's got that, like, sixth sense of, like, you're trying to pull something. Stops Zack momentarily. Still manages to get a hold of the controller after it gets knocked away. Minato tries to step in, block the shot, and try to get Kaito out of the way. Zack blows it, and Minato goes flying off the rooftop. Kaito, obviously pissed about this, straight up nearly kills Zack. He's not dead, mind you. He's just unconscious. And then we get the scene where Kaito, says goodbye to Minato as she dies in his arms.
Yeah.
I'm not going to touch on that till we get done with this recap. Kota and his sister have a scene where Kota finds out, yeah, I'm going to invest now. The fruits taste nice. Because he takes a bite of one of the Hellhound fruits.
And he also realizes that everything has done been set in stone.
Mm-hmm. The Japanese Defense Force arrive with assistance from the Leo Zodiac from Forze. That was the schmuck that was talking, as far as I know. But they're there to evac the rest of the beat writers, essentially. Which ends up being everyone except Kota, because Kota has to stay behind and end this fight once and for all.
But yeah, I should have noticed him, but apparently I haven't seen Forte in so long that I have forgotten everyone's face.
The only reason I knew it when I was watching the show is because somebody on Twitter pointed it out when it happened. And I'm like, who, what, where? Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So I wouldn't have been the only one that didn't realize it. Because I know you watched Forte, because you liked Forte.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I feel a little bit better about myself.
He didn't have the hair, and he wasn't cracking nuts every chance he had, so that's why I didn't
Very,
notice.
very, very true.
He doesn't have all his hair. He's covered up by a helmet, so I can't notice. It's like, you don't look like him. Plus, you aren't snarling. There's not enough snarling going on.
Very true. Oh, that is so true.
It's like me showing the two of you Takatora's role in Tokusatsu before Gaim, and you're like,
Yeah. That would have.
If you hadn't said that, I would not have realized.
Yeah.
He's so different in that.
Yeah. For those wondering, watch the third Garo movie, I want to say. Cry of the Blue Dragon. Essentially the final movie for the original series. You're looking for Kakashi, I want to say? Kakashi character in that movie. That is Takatora before he got his role in Gaim. Also, remember, Garo's not a Toei production, so... So, that role had nothing to do with how he got into Gaim, I would think. Well, it probably is a part of his resume, but...
It probably wasn't a direct reason. More of an indirect.
Especially since the two characters share nothing but the actor.
Yeah.
Kota and Kaito confront each other. Once more, bring up their season-long debate. Both of them henshin, and we get a 3-minute-long fight scene set to the tune of the Kiwami theme song, Rambu Escalation, and it is fantastic. I'm sorry, but I need Escalation like now. I know it's not coming in until like next week at some point is when the DVD comes out. I think like next Friday from what I saw, release information wise. But I want that song out now. And both Kota and Kaito are singing that song. So it's really appropriate. But it's just a back and forth fight as they continue to escalate their powers, are fighting off their individual Invest armies because Kaito's got his army. Kota summoned his after he told Mai, I found my future I wanted. And he's got his Invest army backing him up, and they're having to fight off each other's Invest along with fighting each other.
That's one thing I noticed. That scene right there was the first time Kota ever summoned any Invest.
He finally came to terms that he was an overlord.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell he still did not, even with the whole Roshuo battle, at the end of that, he still wasn't convinced that he had to be an overlord.
Yeah. And I think the only reason he did the powers during the radio fight was he was pissed off enough that he just went with it.
Yeah, I think that was sheer rage that happened right there.
So yeah. But the episode ends with the two clashing swords while Kaito goes, Kazuruma! And Kota goes, Kaito! Because that's how you end the episode of Gaim. the two main characters shouting the names, shouting their each other's names at each other.
I've noticed that Japanese shows, more dramatic shows, do that. Is that a staple for them?
I know when it comes to action-heavy anime, there's a lot of her and a lot of her. There's a lot of constipation noises.
Yeah.
I do want to say one thing, and this kind of comes at the very beginning of the other episode, and I know you saw the Raw.
Mm-hmm.
Did you happen to notice that somewhere in that battle, I don't know if it was intentional or not, but one of the Kachidoki flags got bent? It literally was folded.
What?
They happened to catch it the right way, and I saw it fold, and I'm like, wait, what?
I did not catch that.
Huh?
I don't know if it was intentional or not.
The next episode, Glock.
Oh, okay.
I did not know if that was intentional or not.
Yeah.
That could have just been a fluke that as they were trying to do that scene there, it kind of happened.
That wouldn't be unheard of.
But it looked weird at first because the way they cut it, you could see it for just a split second there. But the way the battle was going on, it was like you couldn't even tell it was there.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, overall, it's a good episode. I'm not gonna say great because of one problem, and I'll be honest. This will be my biggest mark against Gaim. Minato's exit. I'm not sure how you two feel about this, but for me, I feel like that is not the best exit for that character at all. This is putting aside the fact, yes, it's a female character, yes, it's a female writer, and female writers don't have the best track record when it comes to writer as a franchise. I just feel like if we have to have Minato die, let's have her die in a fight, not from random explosion that knocks her off a building while she's still transformed, and somehow she's on the ground untransformed with the belt nowhere to be found.
The belt was broken on the road.
I did not see the belt.
I'm almost positive the belt was broken on the road.
I didn't see the belt.
Oh.
Unless it's off in the corner of the fucking screen.
That might have been because I don't think I remember seeing the belt.
Let me look.
It might have been just a quick cut to it, but...
I know Zack's belt's, destroyed. Along with his lock seat, so... Yeah.
Well, we never do actually get to see if the belt's broke.
Yep.
We know his lock seat's destroyed, but we never did get to see what the belt was. The belt was sitting on its back.
Well, there's something off the belt, so I assume, yes, it's destroyed because I saw it come off of it. It's just flipped over to where that's not going to be there. I'm watching the scene right now, and I'm trying to look elsewhere. A lot of close-up shots. Lots of close-up shots. That's a fruit. That's a leaf? That's too small to be anything related to the belts.
Oh, okay.
I saw an orange thing in the background, and I'm like, that's not it. That's not anything besides maybe a leaf.
Okay.
Yeah. It's nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, yeah. It bugs me, in all honesty. It does. Because I feel like Minato's been a decent character all show. Maybe not, like, super strong, but she's been a good character, decent character throughout her entire run. And to have her exit because she was trying to block a shot for Kaito that he could honestly survive from, even from the fall. Because, he can turn into mist. I mean, I don't know. It just seems like the best exit for this character.
Yeah.
And it might just be my experience with how female writers get treated, especially the villains.
I don't really, even the way she went out protecting the bad guy, I still don't know if I would consider her a villain.
I'm not talking about like villain.
She's kind of in the middle, to be honest. She never, like.
Yeah, she never really had a strong allegiance either direction.
Although she was happy to betray Takatori at the first.
Yeah. When she first came up, when she was with Yagurso, yeah, she had a pretty good allegiance to that. But the second.
No, because even she explains later in the show that the only reason that she was standing behind Sengoku as much as she was because she thought he would be the one to get the fruit.
Very true, yeah.
The only reason she was following Kaito around was because she figured he would be the one to get the fruit. Her allegiance was only with whoever could get the fruit. Yeah. It had nothing to do with anything else.
Or to who she thought would be the winning side.
Yeah, and that's not a good trait of a hero. That's a perfect trait for anyone kind of villainistic, I would say.
Yeah.
But, like, for a hero, that's not a good trait.
Yeah. I wouldn't necessarily say she would be a full-out villain, but she'd be more like a secondary villain.
Yeah. That would fit more.
But I don't know. What do you think about her exit? It might just be me.
Honestly, everyone kind of knew it was going to happen because you look, everyone that had a belt by the end of it, except for Michi, that lucky bastard, either got killed or lost their belt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was bound to happen. So, I don't know. That might not necessarily have been the best way of going about it, but it was gonna happen one way or the other, so I'm fine with it enough to just be like, okay, that happened.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah.
To be honest, I think we needed one more episode here.
Yeah.
Like, that scene where Kaito's carrying Minato off with the Invis army, like, walking behind him in procession, that seems like, okay, that's the end of an episode right there.
That should have been.
Yeah. And, like, Yoko should have went down fighting something.
Yeah. Like, okay, I would have been fine with that if, say, her and Zack were in a fight, and Zack happened to knock her over there, and then the explosion knocked her off. I could live better with that, because at least then she was trying to fight to protect Kaito.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a cheap shot that got her.
Mm-hmm.
This way, it was almost like she committed suicide.
Yeah. And it didn't seem that worthy of a sacrifice, considering all things.
Not really.
No.
Because she knows to the extent of what Kaito's power was.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, no.
Like I said, this is my one mark against Gaim. Like, my one big mark against Gaim is Minato did not get the best out of it. And she's dead. She's dead for good. She got flowers at the end of this episode. She is gone. She ain't coming back.
It's not like another character that we will get to next week.
Yeah. Although I'm sure everyone is elated about that one.
I'm kind of surprised, actually.
I'm sure through explanation it will make sense. But it kind of explains that feeling I got at the end of that scene, with that scene from earlier. And you know the scene I'm talking about.
I don't.
Because I always had that feeling with that scene. It's like, well, Yeah. Black, what do you think?
In my opinion, the way she died, the way you explained her death, yes, it made it sound as if she died in a half-assed, no one cares, she's a woman rider kind of way. But the way the show portrayed it, she sacrificed herself to save what she believed in.
Yeah.
So she did kind of do what she needed to do as a character to finish off the way she should have shown.
Yeah.
Because even if she was fighting something else to save Kaito, and it wasn't an explosion, she still would have sacrificed herself to save what she believed in.
But it would have been more fitting.
Yeah.
Because you think about it. Here you've got Minato that when she was introduced, she's this badass that'll knock you on your ass before you could have a chance to do anything and not have to use the belt.
Yeah.
True.
And then she gets blown off the side of the building, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm not complaining about her death as a whole. Her death as a whole is fine. It's just that one part of her death, how exactly she went out, that's the part that bugs me. Like, the dialogue afterwards, the visual of Kaito carrying her off. You know, the reason why she would do an act like that. That's perfectly fine. That works with her character. The problem is the way she went out. That specific way she went out. It would have been better off if she went out fighting for Kaito instead of pushing him away from an explosion.
Like, they could have completely left every bit of that.
Mm-hmm.
Really could have left all of that part intact. If they'd added one more episode in, right there, I kind of think you're right. They should have ended where Kaito was carrying her off.
Mm-hmm.
But if they had prolonged that part of it right there, let her and Zack have a little bit of a fight go on, and then say a cheap shot is the reason why she got knocked off the building, that would have been a lot better. Because she still would have been doing what she was doing.
Mm-hmm.
All the events still would have happened just the same, but it would have gave more of a meaning. It wouldn't have been, oh, I'm going to jump and push you and just die.
Yeah.
It would have been more like, I've been fighting for you, I'm not about to let this happen.
Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to keep this conversation away from the fact that it was a female character. It was a female writer. But that, I'm just saying it as, from my experience, this kind of fits at times.
Well,
like Mayu from Wizard. What happened to her plot line? It didn't get to conclude. Is what happened there. She didn't get to have a conclusion, and then when she comes back for the movie, her and the rest of the mages get smacked down in the first 10 minutes of the movie and are written out of the rest of it.
True.
Well, that part doesn't really annoy me, the fact that it was another female writer that kind of got screwed.
I know.
Because, like I said, if you're looking at all of the writers in Gaim, the only writer that is left that is unchanged and still has all the belt, has the belt and everything, is Michi. Everyone else, either their belt got destroyed by some means or they're dead. And in one case, both.
Yeah.
Well, 2 cases.
Yeah, Halcyons had both had their belts destroyed before they got the kibosh put on them.
Yeah. I mean, it don't bother me that she got killed off. Just like it wouldn't have bothered me if something happened and her belt got destroyed. Which, technically, her belt did get destroyed.
Somehow.
She was using Sengoku's.
Yeah.
Because remember, Sengoku destroyed her belt?
Yeah.
And Kaito's? So what the belt she actually has is Sengoku's.
Which that apparently people are like, the Genesis drivers make no sense anymore. And I'm like, are we really trying to analyze the Genesis drivers this hard?
Although that does kind of break it. You know that as well as I do.
I know, but I personally write it.
Michi should not have been using the exact same suit as Takatora.
Yeah.
That does kind of break it. I'll give them that. But we shouldn't be analyzing that part of it.
Here's how I write off a couple of the Genesis driver things. The one for Michi, Sengoku modified the driver, so he got to be Takatora. It gave him Takatora's suit. That's what happened there.
I could see that.
Because we don't see, because Michi gets belt Lockseed, and then we cut away to Kota showing up to make a delivery, then Michi shows up. We don't know how much time passes between those 2 points. So I would just write it off as Sengoku just modified the Genesis driver to be like, here's Takatora's undersuit, have fun. Because I want to add that extra salt in the wound now. And for
yeah,
for the Minato one, I assume it comes down to that the DNA that is linked to certain undersuits is in the Genesis drivers. So when Minato does hers, she can just go straight to it. That or the undersuit is programmed in the Lockseed itself.
And the 4 of them all had their own special Lockseeds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that would make a lot more sense then.
Yeah, the undersuit's in the Lockseed, not in the belt.
That would make sense then.
Yeah.
Because then it would work for Takatora too.
Because you never see the 4 of them change which Lockseed they're using.
Yeah.
They're always using the same one, so that would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
For Takatora's Lockseed too, so that means Michi could use his and have his suit.
Yeah. And the reason Kaito got a different undersuit is because, well, he got a different Lemon Energy Lockseed. Well, he got a modified Lemon Energy Lockseed. And the only reason the undersuit's not changed is because Sengoku's lazy and he's a dick. He's like, I'm not gonna do much more work to this. If he wants a fucking Genesis driver, here's your undersuit. Here's my armor, so I can get some more data on it. Fuck off. Go do whatever minion work I have you do. I don't care. The only reason you have my lock seed is because I want data. Which is probably why Kaito had limited energy to begin with.
Probably.
So yeah, I know people really love this episode, but Minato just irks me because of how her death went about. And it will always irk me about the show.
But you know what I think happened?
What?
I think where this show did different than others was, okay, yes, they killed off another female rider.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that happened. Again.
Yeah.
But what did we get at the end of the episode? We got one of the better fight scenes I have seen.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the only thing I can think is maybe that's countering it enough that people are kind of like, okay, we'll just accept that happened because you gave us an awesome fight scene.
Yeah. And at least the death is well written enough. Like, it still needed that little bit more of work, but we all were kind of expecting Minato to die after she teamed up with Kaito. That was going to happen. I knew it was happening. I dreaded it because I'm like, oh no, people are going to be pissed about this. But I understand it. Minato wants to be the one beside the king. No, she wants to be the knight that follows the king into battle and, be that protector. That's fine. But how many people are going to see it that way?
Yeah.
So I was expecting a death. How it came about is like 80% good, 20%, you could have done this a little differently.
Yeah, because I really don't think that all in all her death was bad.
No.
Just it needed improvement.
Mm-hmm. Any other thoughts on this week's episode of Gaim?
No.
Nope.
Any thoughts from any of the drive footage drive stuff we got to see?
Wait, we actually got to see. Oh, yeah, that. Yeah.
The show stuff.
I was about to say, yeah.
The trailer, if you've seen it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've seen it. Yeah.
What do we think of Drive right now?
In light of how Gaim's been, I'm hoping Toei's forcing everyone to kind of keep that concept going.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's the case, I really don't want to take much of what I see for Drive for granted. I want to see the show first.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm hoping Toei realized, hey, Gaim is great. We need stuff like this now.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, that probably won't happen, but I'm hoping for it.
I dig the suit. I'm completely okay with the whole team of people, and some of them are a little bit more comedic than others. Just gonna say that now. And I dig the fact that they're going back to a mystery-esque show, and it's a Special Forces writer that people have been wanting. This is G3X, except he's a main writer. Because that's what G3 was back in Agito. He was he was a police officer, a part of a special unit that got to be a writer. Because they would handle shit like this. Well, if they were supposed to handle shit like this, and G3 was in no way, shape, or form able to handle anything. It wasn't until G3X that he could actually fight. Just saying.
Wow.
Well, it's kind of a part of the fact that Agito is a pseudo-sequel to Kuga. The whole thing about the G3 thing was it was an answer to kind of that continued technology build-up throughout Kuga. It was supposed to be a response to the unidentified life forms from Kuga. Except it's the Lords. And they're far more powerful. and they mop the floor with G3 in the first episode.
Hmm.
And it's even established that Agito outclasses G3. Mm-hmm. It's not till G3X that he's able to stand on the same footing as the rest of the riders. Which is also why I have G3X instead of G3 as a figure art. Since it's more of a suit swap than any type of upgrade or any type of form swap. Mm-hmm. Hell, they keep the G3 suit around. Mm-hmm. Alright. Any other thoughts before we move on?
No.
Alrighty then. Yu-Gi-Oh! 25 and 26. Duel of Tears. Friendship. And Save Mokuba. Kaiba versus Pegasus. So, it's Taya versus Mai. And part 1 of 2 of Kaiba versus Pegasus. Who's excited for the Taya Mai duel?
I'm assuming it don't last long.
It's one episode.
Yeah, and I'm assuming
it doesn't last long at all.
For that one episode, does it?
I don't remember. We're starting to get into things that I'm a bit hazy about. This episode in particular, I'm hazy about because I don't remember how the duel ends. All I know is Taya gets out fucking classed. And I don't think she wins. And if she does, it's by fucking miracle.
Shenanigans.
Probably.
No, it will be. Yu-Gi-Oh!
Kaiba Pegasus, I remember the end of that duel, and I remember certain bits of the duel, but I actually don't remember the end of the duel. I remember bits of that duel. All I know is Kaiba is aggravated by Pegasus the entire fucking duel. Because of Pegasus' deck.
No doubt.
Because just to spoil what deck he uses a Toon deck.
Yeah.
So you have Kaiba with all his like demon monsters and blue eyes white dragons versus Hanna-Barbera cartoon versions of cards.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Blue Eyes White Dragon versus Toon Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Yeah. Alright. So, what do we think going into episode 25? Or I'm just going to assume that it's not going to be well, is it?
No, this is not.
I assume Glock remembers this duel. Unfortunately, from the sounds of it.
Yeah.
I guess we'll just get right into it and get the pain over with.
I guess we will.
It would be better that way.
Alright then, if we're all set, we shall start Yu-Gi-Oh! Episode 25. And 3, 2, 1, go. Fuck you, hard drive.
Pause.
Yes.
Start back at the beginning.
Yes. I got 2 seconds into my hard drive's like, oh shit, I need to be up. Okay, you're good.
I hate the freaking new player that the site we get the videos from has.
I honestly like it. It's easier to get to 0.
I'm hating it because it's trying to go all herpted on my end.
It's not for me. It's actually been really good for me, actually.
Well, that's part of it, because Flash is being a dumbass again.
Well, we all set.
Hold on.
Waiting on Tommy, I guess.
Stupid thing. Okay.
Once more with Yu-Gi-Oh! Episode 25 in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, I have to turn the subtitles on. Thanks. Thank God we have this pre-bullshit. Here's the plot of the damn show. That takes
far too long.
Way
30
too
seconds.
Long.
Like
this thing is not in the next episode for ours, though. It goes straight into the opening.
I don't know if mine does. I'll check if mine does once we get there. Opening! Yay! I actually watched a video that's all of the Japanese Yu-Gi-Oh! Openings cut together. There are far better openings than this.
Yes.
Oh, good God, there are.
Huh.
Like the 5th opening is really good. I dig the 5th opening in terms of the song. This is like the kind of is opening of them all, in my opinion. Which sucks, because it's the one we're stuck with for the entire season.
I got a question.
What?
How many Yu-Gi-Ohs has Yugi not at least had a guest appearance in?
Huh?
Like, how many of the Yu-Gi-Ohs has Yugi, Yugi, not been in, if not had a guest appearance?
So you're asking how many times has Yugi appeared outside of his original show?
How many times has he not appeared? Like, what?
Not. Honestly, that's a far bigger number than the times he has appeared.
Really?
Like, he appears in GX, like he's a part of the final duel of GX, because him and Jaden duel.
Okay.
Because GX is essentially a sequel show to the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Because there's, like, lots of these references to the original series, as far as I'm aware of.
Yeah.
Like, even the Egyptian God cards have an appearance in GX. Although they're different, apparently. But outside that, Yugi shows up for 5Ds for the Bonds Beyond Time movie. That's the 10th anniversary movie. And that's it.
Really?
Like, from there on out, as far as I'm aware of. I mean, outside that, Dark Magician shows up, I think, in Zexal for a duel. And so does Blue Eyes, but not Yugi.
Yeah, but, I mean, Yugi specifically, I wasn't talking about his friggin' cards.
There's an Exceeds equivalent of Dark Magician.
Yes,
just like there's an Exceeds equivalent of Blue Eyes.
Yes,
hell, there's a Synchro equivalent of Blue Eyes.
Yes, there is.
Of course, Kaiba's got his own fucking card. You stopped from killing somebody.
He's not gonna see it that way.
To be honest, that's kind of true. Although it doesn't help that we haven't seen regular Yugi ever fucking duel.
Yeah, that's true.
I think the only time he ever duels is the last duel of the show. I swear that's the only time I ever see him duel. I swear that's the only time he ever duels. Is the final episode. And I believe he loses. I think. No, I'm staring off awkwardly into the camera. Okay, is it just me, or did those couple of shots have the eyes, like, off? Yes, I'm saying that while I'm standing here. A bit awkward. Uh-huh. Well, aren't you just completely unafraid of Kaiba? Like, Kaiba not might even show up to duel you. He just might show up to kick your ass.
Seriously.
I mean, that briefcase is heavy. Wait, 16? Didn't you only lose 5?
Yeah.
Then why is she giving him the extra one?
I have no idea.
And it is 16 because I see that she has 6 in her hand.
Yeah.
I'm confused. That was delayed. I mean, seriously, that was the delayed cut in from everyone else. Yes, this is shocking. That's why it takes us like 5 minutes to get this going.
We're watching this on YouTube, aren't we? Yeah, not on Twitch.
Yeah.
We're doing this. We're not watching it on YouTube.
I mean, like, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you give me the link?
Yeah.
Of the YouTube, like, the actual place the live stream is on.
Hang on. Let me crack it open. I would say it would be easier if you just followed our Twitter. At TG Saloon.
I don't use Twitter, you know that.
Why?
I very rarely get on it, and I don't even remember my freaking password.
Ah, goddamn it, clock. You can follow things. I don't tweet that much, but I follow a shit ton of people.
I
And it's
know.
really helpful for news and stuff.
I know.
The air's filled with slight boredom.
My turn. That wasn't what it was called in the English version, was it?
Probably not. Remember, they try to remove every single fucking religious reference there is. Bliggy.
But I mean, like, that's like... Yeah, I guess you're right.
I believe it's supposed to be a fairy. I think it's Petite Fairy.
It was a fairy. It was a fairy character.
Mm. Well, that little Angel Kirby's fucking dead.
Sigh. End it, please.
You should have copied of his abilities by sucking in. What are you doing?
End the torment, please. Pretty please.
Aries treasure. Wabaku? I think. Isn't that Wabaku? Trap card.
God, dog, why can't you just understand how Yu-Gi-Oh is played?
To be fair, she's only probably about dueled like twice.
True.
And to be fair, it's not like she could fully predict that attack. Oh, quit complaining. It's not like the worst duel ever.
You got a point there. You got a point there.
Do we really need the dramatic music right now?
Yes, of course! Like, Tay's about to take an attack! And also, ult the side boob. Also, I think that fairy's naked. I think.
The fairy wasn't naked.
Then why the glowing light? Then why the glowing light?
The glowing light was to represent the strike. Oh my god.
No, that fairy was glowing the entire fucking time. That's to cover up the boobs.
Uh-huh.
I guarantee you it's to cover up the boobs.
Uh-huh.
You go back and watch it. It is there.
You just got your mind in a dirty place right now. That's all that is.
I'm pointing out I'm pointing out something there.
Uh-huh.
Might be time to set Wabaku. Aren't we being literal with the symbolism this week, aren't we? Literally a card called Friendship! Like, where's the Destiny Draw card?
Seriously.
Yeah.
If we're hand-fisting this card, I want my Destiny Draw card.
Couldn't it have rested on a stronger card?
What? That's 1300. That's good for back then, kind of.
It's not your turn.
Yeah, Tay didn't end her turn. Hi, Wabaku. Hi, we're here to block your attack. Bye now. The most blank-ass look on all of them.
They're just like, yeah, that truly hurt. Goodbye.
Would you like to buy our vacuum cleaners? It's like the worst door-to-door salesman ever. What we have here are...
Where did vacuum cleaners come from?
I don't fucking know. I went with the whole, like, door-to-door salesman, and isn't, like, the state...
Who the freak goes door-to-door selling vacuum cleaners?
That happens in media. I thought that was the fucking stereotype.
Oh,
like,
God.
you want me to make a religious reference? Because I don't know if you want me to make a religious reference.
Go right on ahead.
I ain't making a religious reference.
It won't affect me one bit whether you talk about freaking Jehovah's Witnesses, Mormons, whoever. It don't affect me.
Wow.
Oh, look, one person is watching now. Probably me.
Probably.
Probably.
I remember the other crap. The other translation, was it this show that everybody kept calling each other Naivette?
Nah, I don't remember that, so I don't think it's this show.
Okay, I remember something about Naivette. Like, acting as if that was a noun.
Probably some terrible dub job.
Probably. Like saying you are such a naive. Actually, I think that was Gaim.
I don't think that was the specific word. Yeah, I don't think that's a word used in Gaim. Like, I know Kaito calls Kota naive all the time, but that's not the word he uses, that he speaks at
least. It was the
least.
translation on the YouTube version.
It should be naive. Naivete.
Yeah, naivete. Yeah, that's yeah.
It's naive, isn't it?
I don't know. All I know is they were translating it. All I know is they were translating it into a freaking noun as if he was calling him a naivete.
That's not how you use a word.
Because he was being so naive.
That's not even a word. What the hell?
I know, right?
God damn it. Kaito will call Kota naive, but naive is not a fucking noun. It's a adjective. God damn it. Well, Yugi, you snapped out of your funk because Tay is about to lose this fucking duel hard. No details on the puzzle right there, just a blank fucking pyramid. With the eye on it. I think the animation quality took a dump this episode. I swear. Well, this isn't gonna work. I've learned that if you explain your turn before you actually do it, it will never work.
Really?
Yeah. It's a kind of a bad trope. Because I've noticed in 5Ds, if you say explains his move, something happens that causes his move not to happen.
That's not how the... Just gonna keep my mouth shut.
What? That's not how evolution works?
It wasn't... Was it really an evolution? Was that what the card explained?
Well, it's an attack power increase, but...
It's an attack power increase! It's not an evolution! It's not a transformation! It's not a tribute! It's an attack power increase!
But you see what Mai just did? That's the trope not working because Mai decided to not fulfill the trope.
Huh.
She totally could have blocked that attack. Now Yugi notices it. Oh, you've got more than your harpy. Plus, Taya totally didn't win this duel.
Yeah, not at all.
Yeah, it was Feather Duster. By the way, it was Feather Duster. I was totally about to whoop your girlfriend's ass. But I'll let her slide this one time.
Seriously.
And an extra star chip for luck. Doesn't he talk in the dub right there? 'Cause I swear he does.
Doesn't he say, like, yeah, it is, or...
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Because I don't know.
The people in this subgroup left a lot of words unsubbed.
Oh, everything's subbed for me.
Not everything was subbed for me. Don't know about YouTube, but not everything was subbed for me.
Glock, I'm watching the same thing as you.
You noticed that Yosh wasn't subbed, right? At the very end? No? Oh, okay. Apparently I'm the only one that notices these things. Okay! Yay! The torment's over.
Glock, it was not that bad. You're being over dramatic.
It was the stupidest freaking... Well, no, it wasn't the stupidest, but God, it was a stupid fight!
How?
Or I'm sorry, duel.
How exactly was it a stupid duel?
Because it was thrown. That's the only reason.
It was
he's
thrown!
Well,
Yeah.
that's the only complaint he has to give about it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean...
But it makes
Because
sense.
honestly, there was not really... There was a hiccup there, but there wasn't as bad of shenanigans in that one as normal.
Yeah.
There wasn't as bad, but there was still shenanigans, like that freaking evolution. That's not how that works. It's an attack boost.
But it's
not...
just being visual. It wasn't actually like changing the card.
Really? Because you could have that could have fooled a lot of people.
It wasn't a fusion summon.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be, apparently.
Wow. Okay, I'm on the same pace as you. I go right to the opening too.
Good.
Yay! No more backstory for 30 fucking seconds.
I guess they figured since we're at the point where they're all in the castle now, we all kind of know what's going on.
I would hope. Granted, I watched another episode of that Battle Spirits show, and I'm still fucking confused on how that game works.
What the freak?
That's gonna be one of those that we'd have to start that at the beginning.
Uh-huh.
What the heck happened? WAO broke.
I don't know what to tell you.
I told you the new player's a piece of crap.
No, not the player. WAO as a whole broke.
It's because of the new player.
There we go. The entire site was white.
It's because
and it was
of
all
the
on the
new
left.
player.
Okay. The entire site was broken. Everything was on the left in like a category type thing, and everything was overlaying at each other. It was one of those, oh god, it's broke. Oh god.
Waha! Alright. I'm gonna stop now. Look, I'll be honest. Even with the whole forfeit, it makes sense. Mai's not a complete dick.
True.
Once he saw the resolve Taya had, and saw that no, she is willing to fight for this as hard as she can. And he's like, you know what? You win this once. Also, I want to duel Yugi, so I'm gonna let this one slide. That's literally what that episode broke down to, is Mai lets one slide by just so she can duel Yugi later on down the line. Although I don't think she gets to duel Yugi.
Huh.
Does she? I know Joey duels Keith, but I don't think Yugi and Mai duel. I think it's Joey and Mai. Although I'm unsure. Let me check. Because I still have the season listing open. Okay, I'm on Wiki. Is it Mai versus Yugi? Okay, yes it is. It is Mai versus Yugi. Okay, never mind. They do get the duel. And Keith, and then we get the true final duel that had its own glorious. It was fantastically cheesy. Because it got all flashbacky and all like montagey, and it was great. Any other thoughts on the duel that apparently Glock doesn't give a shit about?
Nah.
I assume you don't care, Glock.
No, not one bit.
Good. Good. Then we don't have to talk about it anymore. 26. We all good?
Yep.
Let me check. Yep.
Alright. Start episode 26 and end in our 2 episodes for the week in 3, 2, 1, go. Straight to the opening. Yay! And I need to turn on subs. Hang on. One of these days, VLC will be like, I'm going to turn on subs as normal. Or I'm going to find the setting that turns on subs as fucking default, if available. Granted, that might be a slight problem with the subs for Arc 5 right now. The guy I'm watching that's doing the subs, he's now implementing 2 different subtitles. He's doing a TCG and an OCG sub.
Huh.
Essentially, the TCG uses all the English names for cards and takes out all the hornifex and stuff. OCG leaves all the hornifex in and uses the Japanese names. I'm staying with the OCG because I'm watching, the Japanese one. If I want to see the English cards, I'll watch the dub. Plus, I like Intimate more than Performer PAL. Or Perform PAL.
I'm not a big fan of this that intro.
I said when I watched all the openings that's the weakest one of the 5 of them.
Yeah.
The show has 5 openings. Honestly, the 5th one I think is the best.
It doesn't evolve from an attack boost. Just pointing that out once more.
Do I need to do the song? Apparently I need to do the song.
If you do the song, I will leave right now.
Oh, okay, so I do need to do the song then.
No!
I'll know. I'll even know if you think it'd be. Do you even know the song I will sing?
I think, and I don't want to hear you sing it if that's the one that I'm thinking of, if that's the one that you're talking about.
Aww.
Point out the specific one you're talking about so that I know that I'm actually thinking of the right one.
Shot through the heart.
Yeah, uh-huh. Yeah. Never sing that song. Never. Ever.
So does just one person need to put in their 10? Because if so, what the hell do the other 2 do with their star chips right now?
Seriously.
And do not try to be cute with him.
Great. Great. That's great.
But the star chips are still in. Oh wait, no, that's well.
All he's got to do is turn it. The star chips are still in.
No, they blocked the door from the inside.
Yeah, and then you turn it and that unlocks it again.
No, not that lock.
Oh, wow.
That looked like a manual lock.
Oh, okay. Well.
Hi, Bandicoot. You attempted murdering asshole. Wait, so Joey was the one who put his star chips in? Like, only one person put their star chips in, from the looks of it.
Yeah.
It was Mai, I think.
But Joey's gauntlet is empty. And I don't think Yugi's wearing his.
Didn't Joey only have 1 star?
No, he had 10. Yeah, all 3 of them had 10.
Oh.
There was only 10 slots.
Wait, Mize is missing too.
Exactly.
Only one of them.
Where the hell does the other person put their star chips if only one person needs 10 to unlock the door?
Maybe there's a bucket on the side if there's like more than one that has 10. It comes up.
Maybe.
I love how this guard's just like, well, that might be the case. I don't care. I'm just on the clock here. I'm gonna go get something in the break room.
Wouldn't anyone that's working for Pegasus be that way? It's just kind of like, yeah, I've got the job. Whatever, go do what you want. I don't care. I'm getting paid anyway.
Well, Pegasus sees fucking everything, so he doesn't need a security.
Exactly. He's like, I got a job. I get paid. Go away.
Like, Pegasus doesn't even give a shit if I do my job good.
Because he already knows what to do, how to do it.
Although Pegasus is dead by the time period of 5Ds.
Really?
He's still alive in GX, but he's dead in 5Ds because there's a Pegasus Memorial Foundation that sponsors the WRGP.
Are they positive that he's dead, or like did they actually announce, like, you know, make?
It's like a hidden thing in the poster. It's like one of those hidden Easter eggs. So it kind of implies that Pegasus is dead. Although, to be fair, I would think by that time period, a lot of the characters here are either old or dead.
How old would Yugi be? He's like 13, isn't he?
Oh. To be fair, it was because of Taya and Mai, but whatever.
It was more because of Mai than Taya, because Mai decided, you know what, she can, whatever. He's just like, what is this?
Please tell me he uses it as a frisbee. Nope, he uses it as a wheel.
Because I'm lazy!
It's like, I'm pissing off 2 people in this room at the same time! I are troll incarnate. Kaiba, please realize I'm fucking with you. That makes it better.
His own brother. Well, the body.
Yeah. He's kind of an empty
It's
shell.
obvious, isn't it?
Well, the only change is the eyes. They can't see it from that distance.
No, they can't, but the way he's not even reacting to the fact that his brother is right there and he's in chains.
Well, chain. He's just cuffed to this guard.
True.
Although I think Yugi and crew realize that fucking now. They're like, oh, you tried that, didn't you? Yeah, I did. Well, your evil self. I know what you meant. Please tell me that says Mokuba on it, because I'm gonna laugh my ass off if it does. I hope that says Mokuba. Just as the extra dickery of just like, This is not just the soul seal in the card. I can summon this card too, just to be a dick. I wish that would come into play.
I don't remember if that did or not. I don't think it did.
I don't think it did either. Oh, come on. It's not like you would have an advantage. To be fair, I don't think Pokebay are for fucking duels.
It's not like you're actually gonna damage him. Oh. Wait.
Yeah.
It was your invention! Just gonna put that out there.
I'll take the other dual disc as a gift. And he closed his briefcase up in a quick cut.
Jump cuts.
Yeah, we did put it lower down because we didn't feel like it.
Don't you love how the colors coordinate with who's on what side?
That's because Pegasus is a dick. he's just continuing to fuck with people. That is Pegasus' entire shtick is I fuck with people.
That and he likes Pepsi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You had to put that one out there, didn't you?
Yeah, Pegasus is a Pepsi guy all the way. Like Coke.
Are we sure he's not a red versus blue fan?
Nah. So Kaiba has a briefcase full of cards, and the deck he pulls out is in his pocket. So what are all the cards in the briefcase for?
Extras, maybe?
Of what? It's definitely not Blue Eyes because he has it all in his deck all the time. Not even gonna shuffle it?
Nope. He stacked his deck.
Yep, Blue Eyes, first 3 cards, guarantee it. That or it just comes pre-shuffled. Although it's guaranteed to have a Blue Eyes on the top all the time. Screw percentages.
Do we have to list off every single thing we do?
Yes, that's part of Yu-Gi-Oh!
I know, but... Oh, look! Blue Eyes!
Also a Crush card.
Oh, now you're gonna listen.
If anyone is joining us, because I noticed that it says that there's 2 people watching now, if anyone is joining us, links are in the description. And right now we are at the 14:05 mark. About to hit the 14:10.
Pirate Dragon? Did you just pull that out of the last Airbender? I mean, that goes perfectly in line with Last Airbender animal ideas.
Yeah.
I love how Kai was just seeing through Pegasus bullshit. Pegasus all over dramatic, and Kai was like, "Fuck off! Would you be serious for fucking one turn? I missed my duel against Yugi already." Mm-hmm. Well.
There goes Blue Eyes.
Well, there's one Blue Eyes down. Hey, it's not his most trusted card. It's one of his most trusted cards.
Yes.
With us, it said strongest. I didn't see most trusted.
Yeah, it's the strongest.
I saw trusted from my subs.
And the card can teleport.
Well, it flipped down and then it flipped back up and went through like a tube of some kind.
Yep,
That was a quick tube.
Honestly, I thought it would be funnier if Kaiba just threw the card at him.
Would have been funnier. Especially if he could have hit him in the face with it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, come on. It's not like Kaiba's got good aim with his cards. Dude could probably hit a fly with one of his cards.
Yeah.
Wait, he has a name for this? Oh god.
Why doesn't he just think about random cards?
Because he doesn't know Pegasus is reading his mind.
I guess as long as Pegasus hides the Millennium Eye, it's kind of hard to tell.
Well, even if he does show it, it's like, well, you have a fake eye. And? It's not like Kaiba to believe it to begin with.
True. Oh, Jesus Christ. No.
It's not gonna work.
It's not.
Especially when they're calling the fucking move. God damn it, guys. You're supposed to be on his side. Well. And you don't have a backup card for this? Like, don't you have a... What? Oh my god, it's evil Bugs Bunny!
Isn't that a tune card?
Technically, yes. Design, yes. I believe, in terms of it being called a tune, no.
I think they should consider that a tune card.
Well, tune cards are a specific type of card.
Very true.
Now, I'm guessing Pegasus doesn't have another card that's under 1,000 attack power because, you know, changing it up would be a good idea.
And we leave this week on a cliffhanger.
Mm-hmm.
Toon World!
Look at that Toon Blue Eyes! It's so adorable! And the fact that it's going to murder you.
Oh god, Toon World is so annoying when your card is based on getting rid of cards quickly to make sure that you can get other cards. If that card is in your deck, if you're trying to make sure you can get other cards, it can be useful for about half a second.
Then why do you have Toon World in your hand? Or in your deck to begin with?
Because it can be useful for about a second.
If it's useful for a second, that's a terrible card to have.
Yes, but it helps get cards out quicker.
Then it's not fucking worth it. There's probably a half a dozen other cards that will do the exact same thing and be actually more useful to you.
Because Tommy even saw me use it. I had the 2 freaking Toon cards that would pull out a Toon, another Toon card. And then I had the freaking Toon World. And then when I placed it and I tried to get rid of it, it just wouldn't go away.
That's your own stupid fault.
Yeah.
Tommy even saw that. I tried to duel him with it just to see how quick I could get the cards out.
God, it's dumb.
Because the deck is meant to get rid of cards so quickly, get rid of spell and trap cards so quickly, that all that's left in my hand is the cards that I need.
So, what do we think of the first half of the Yugi, or not the Yugi, the Pegasus Kaiba duel?
Yeah, Yugi didn't get any action this week.
No, he gets to sit on sidelines.
He's the cheerleader.
Yeah.
He got to sit on the sidelines and say, dude, you're gonna fail, because he knows exactly before you even think about doing it.
Little actor up there. For you.
Yeah.
Do what?
We liked a bit when you were saying something.
Oh, I said...
We heard you, it just accentuated a sound.
Really?
Yes?
What sound did it accentuate?
I forgot but yeah, it accentuated like halfway through your sentence, but yeah. Anyway. Yeah, but it's Pegasus. I like how Pegasus duels, just because he is a dick villain. He doesn't want to conquer the world, he just wants to be a dick.
He definitely does that.
It's like, my Millennium Object is here so I can be a dick. That's all I want to do. And steal people and cards. Again, because I want to be a dick. I'm not out to conquer the world here.
He's not the conquer the world type.
Nope.
No, he's not.
He's the make you ask why.
Yeah.
He also refuses to take anything serious.
Well, you know, someone with a voice like that, he kind of can't take anything serious.
He can't even take himself seriously. Like, for shizzle, my man. Any other thoughts on this? Because honestly, the best things have yet to come with the Kaiba Pegasus duel.
This week's definitely been less shenanigan filled.
Mm-hmm.
That'll change.
Toon World, son! Which is so stupidly broken, it's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh god, it's
sorry,
broke.
but that's not how the card works in the actual card game, because I've dueled against Pegasus' deck, and I whooped its monkey ass all over the place.
Same here. Even with the cheating AI, I can stomp it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Toon World is not that broken.
No.
One can only hope it was that broken.
Yeah.
I guess then next week we shall see the rest of the Pegasus Kaiba duel and begin. I think we start with a filler episode before we get to the actual duels for the tournament of winners.
Let
me check real quick. I think it is. But we get one entire episode that's like the setup for it.
So we get one entire episode where Yugi wants to beat the fuck out of Pegasus before we actually get to start in towards that?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Alright. I guess until then, that'll do it for
Rapid Epsilon.
Nuh-uh. Glock.
Dumbass.
Apparently Glock, since he walked away.
I didn't walk away, sorry.
You accused
Missed your fucking cue. Horribly.
What cue?
Oh, good lord.
Good God almighty. You have zoned all the way out.
I'm guessing it was the Tommy Gun 2442 one.
Yes. Yes, yes, it was. Oh, good God. You zoned right the fuck out.
I'm sorry. I really did zone out for a minute there. I was just staring at the screen, to be honest. Like, the Google Hangouts is up, and I was just staring at it. I guess I zoned out hard.
I guess for Glock and this is P saying good night, everybody. We'll see you next time on the Gaming Saloon Rip Tracks. Peace out.
As always, you can find the Gaming Saloon Riff Tracks on our site at tgsr.org. Don't forget to follow us on our social medias, on Twitter by following at TGSaloon, on Facebook at facebook.com/thegaming-saloon, on Google Plus at +TGSTGSR.org, and on YouTube at youtube.com/TGSaloon. Till next time.